Have you ever seen your child's face fall, their shoulders slump, and wondered, why do they feel sad? Sadness is one of the most complex emotions, and explaining it to children can be challenging, but it's also a chance to help them understand themselves, develop empathy, and learn healthy ways to express their feelings. In this video, I'll guide you step by step on how to explain sadness to your children, creating a safe and supportive environment where they can explore emotions without fear. Before we begin, make sure to subscribe and hit the notification bell so you won't miss more guides on explaining life's biggest concepts to your children. Let's help them understand their feelings together. Sadness is a natural part of life, and even very young children experience it. It may appear after a small disappointment, a lost toy, a disagreement with a friend, or a big change in their routine. While adults often try to fix sadness immediately, children need understanding, patience, and a framework to process their feelings. Start by acknowledging their emotions. You might say, "I see that you're feeling sad right now. It's okay to feel that way." Validating emotions helps children understand that feelings are normal, not something to hide or fear. Using calm, gentle language and maintaining eye contact conveys safety and empathy. Use simple, relatable examples. For younger children, compare sadness to natural experiences. Sometimes our heart feels like a rainy cloud. The rain may make us feel gloomy, but always passes. For older children, you can explain that sadness is part of a range of emotions, helping them understand the spectrum of human feelings. Introduce coping strategies gradually. Encourage children to talk about what makes them sad, draw, or color their feelings, or take quiet moments to breathe and reflect. For example, when you feel sad, you can tell me about it, draw it, or hug your favorite toy. Offering concrete tools gives children a sense of control and safety. Be aware of your own emotional tone. Children are sensitive to adult emotions. Your calmness, patience, and empathy help them feel secure. Avoid dismissing their sadness or rushing them to feel better. It's about guiding, not fixing. Finally, remind children that sadness is temporary and manageable. Emphasize that everyone experiences it, and it's okay to ask for help or comfort. By framing sadness as a natural, understandable, and safe emotion, you help children develop emotional intelligence, resilience, and empathy, tools they will carry throughout life. Children experience sadness differently depending on their age, understanding, and emotional development. Young children, around ages 3 to 5, may feel sadness as a very immediate reaction to a small disappointment or perceived loss. They may cry, withdraw, or show frustration without being able to explain why. At this age, focus on naming and validating their emotions. You can say, "I see you're feeling sad because your toy broke. It's okay to feel this way." Simple words and reassurance are key. Children aged 6 to 8 begin to understand cause and effect and can articulate why they feel sad. They may also notice the sadness of others, beginning to develop empathy. At this stage, explain sadness as a natural emotion that signals something is important or meaningful. You might say, "Feeling sad shows that you care about something. It's normal, and talking about it helps you feel better." Encourage them to describe their feelings, perhaps drawing or telling a short story about what made them sad. Older children, around 9 to 12, can reflect on emotions and begin to link feelings with thoughts and experiences. They may feel overwhelmed by complex sadness, like missing a loved one or facing disappointment at school. At this stage, you can introduce more abstract explanations. Sadness is one of the ways our minds help us process loss, change, or frustration. It's natural, and it can help us grow and understand ourselves. Encourage problem solving, creative expression, and emotional reflection while reassuring them that it's safe to feel and express sadness. Across all ages, children are highly sensitive to your tone, body language, and emotional response. Modeling calm, empathetic behavior helps them regulate their own emotions. If you remain patient, attentive, and non-judgmental, children learn that sadness is safe to experience and share. Use examples from everyday life. For young children, simple stories about toys or routines work well. For older children, talk about real-life experiences they may encounter, such as missing a friend or losing a game, and normalize the associated sadness. Encourage discussion and reflection. When we feel sad, it's a sign we care, and talking about it helps us understand and feel better. Finally, remind children that sadness is temporary, normal, and manageable. Reassure them that everyone experiences sadness, including adults, and that expressing emotions is healthy. Encourage supportive activities, such as talking, drawing, journaling, or spending quiet time together. By meeting children where they are emotionally, you help them build emotional intelligence, resilience, and empathy, skills that will serve them throughout life. When explaining sadness, breaking it down into simple, relatable steps helps children understand and process their feelings. Start by naming the emotion clearly. You might say, "What you're feeling right now is called sadness. Everyone feels it sometimes, and it's okay." Giving a label to the emotion helps children identify it and communicate their own feelings. Next, use metaphors and analogies to make sadness tangible. For younger children, you can compare sadness to a rainy cloud or a heavy backpack. Sometimes our hearts feel like a rainy cloud. The rain might make us feel gloomy, but it will pass. For older children, you can explain that sadness is like a signal from the mind and body, helping us notice important changes, losses, or unmet needs. Introduce concrete coping strategies. Encourage children to talk about their feelings, draw or color, write a short story, or spend quiet time reflecting. You might say, "When you feel sad, you can tell me about it, draw it, or hug your favorite toy." Offering tools gives children a sense of control and reassurance, helping them regulate emotions safely. Explain that sadness can come and go and that it's a natural response to life's ups and downs. Use examples from their daily experiences, missing a friend, losing a toy, or having to say goodbye. Show them that even adults feel sadness and have ways to cope, modeling healthy emotional behavior. Use storytelling to contextualize emotions. Share age-appropriate examples, like a story of a character who feels sad after losing a pet or struggling with a school challenge, and how they cope with it. Storytelling helps children understand cause and effect, connect with emotions, and develop empathy. Encourage discussion and reflection. Ask children how they feel, why they might feel sad, and what helps them feel better. This not only teaches emotional literacy, but also strengthens communication skills and emotional intelligence. Finally, normalize seeking comfort and support. Let children know it's okay to ask for hugs, talk with parents, or spend time doing soothing activities when feeling sad. Emphasize that sadness is temporary, normal, and a part of life, and that expressing emotions safely helps them grow stronger and more resilient. By explaining sadness step by step, providing metaphors, and offering practical tools, you help children recognize, understand, and manage their emotions. This builds empathy, resilience, and self-awareness, skills that will serve them throughout life. After explaining sadness, children may have questions or feel uncertain about their feelings. This is completely normal and an important part of the learning process. Encourage them to share their thoughts and ask questions freely. Listen patiently, validate their emotions, and avoid dismissing or rushing them. Let them know that it's okay not to understand everything immediately. Common questions might include, "Why do I feel sad sometimes?" Or "Will I always feel this way?" Answer gently and honestly, using age-appropriate language. Explain that sadness comes and goes, and everyone experiences it, even adults. You can say, "Sadness is a natural feeling, and it helps us understand ourselves and what we care about. It will pass, and we can find ways to feel better." Validate their feelings and fears. Children may feel overwhelmed by sadness or worry that something is wrong with them. Reassure them. It's okay to feel sad. Feeling emotions is part of being human, and sharing them helps us feel safe. Offer comfort through words, gestures, or a supportive hug, showing that emotional expression is safe and encouraged. Introduce positive coping strategies in real time. Encourage breathing exercises, drawing, journaling, talking with trusted adult, or doing a calming activity. Demonstrate these strategies yourself to model healthy emotional regulation. For example, say, "When I feel sad, I like to draw or take deep breaths. It helps me feel calmer and understand my feelings." Use empathy and shared experience. Share simple stories from your own life or examples of characters in books who felt sad and learned to cope. This helps children relate and understand that sadness is universal, manageable, and temporary. Encourage reflection and discussion. Ask your child how certain activities or strategies help them feel better and what they might try next time. This builds emotional intelligence, problem-solving skills, and resilience, reinforcing that sadness is not something to fear, but an emotion to understand and navigate. Finally, close the conversation with reassurance, positivity, and encouragement. Remind your child that feeling sad is natural and temporary, that it is okay to ask for help, and that talking about feelings strengthens understanding and connection. Emphasize curiosity, empathy, and resilience as lifelong skills. If this video helped you feel more confident explaining sadness to your children, hit the like button and subscribe for more guides on talking about life's biggest emotions. Share your experiences in the comments. What questions have your children asked about sadness? Remember, open and gentle conversations about emotions help children grow into empathetic, resilient, and self-aware individuals.